Hello everyone, welcome to this training section on ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System Principle. In this section, we will discuss the second quality management principle, which is leadership. Leadership is one of the most important of any management system, whether an organization implementing ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001 or any other international standard. Leadership commitment is essential for success. By the end of this section, you will understand the role of leadership in quality management system, why it is important, how the leaders contribute to achieving organizational objectives and customer satisfaction. Let us first understand what leadership means. Leadership is the ability to influence, guide, support and motivate people towards achieving common goals. Think about the leaders in our daily life. Every country has leaders, every state has leaders, every organization has leaders. Similarly, every department and every team has leaders. A leader must more than simply give instruction. A leader creates a vision, provide direction, remove obstacles, motivate people and enable team to perform their best. In an organization, leadership is the driving force that transforms plans into action and objectives into result. Without effective leadership, even the best management system may fail because people need guidance, support and resources to achieve their goal. Leadership exists at a different level around us. At national level, government establishes policies and strategies for development. At state level, leaders manage the regional priorities and resources. Within organization, leadership exists at a multiple level, including senior management, plant managers, department heads, supervisors, and team leaders. Each leader plays a role in ensuring that objectives are understood and achieved. Effectiveness of the organization often depends on how well the leaders communicate goals, engage employees, and create a culture of accountability and improvement. This is why ISO 9001 emphasizes leadership at all levels, not just the top management. ISO 9001 states that leaders at all levels establish unity of purpose and direction and create conditions in which people are engaged in achieving organizational objectives. The statement contains three important concepts. First is unity of purpose. Everyone in the organization should understand why the organization exists and what is trying to achieve. Second is direction. Employees need a clear guidance regarding priorities, expectation, and responsibility. Third is engagement. People perform better when they understand their roles and feel involved in achieving organizational goal. When these elements are present, organizations operate more effectively and consistently. Leadership is important because leaders influence every aspect of organizational performance. They establish the vision for future, they determine strategic priorities, they create policies and objectives, they allocate resources, they encourage innovations and improvement. Most importantly, they shape the culture of the organization. A strong quality culture begins with leadership. Employees often follow the behavior demonstrated by their leaders. If leaders prioritize quality, customer satisfaction, safety, and continuous improvement, employees are more likely to adopt the same mindset. This is why leadership is considered one of the foundational principles of quality management. One of the key responsibilities of the leadership is establishing quality objectives. Quality objectives are measurable goals that help organizations improve performance and achieve desirable outcomes. Example include increasing sales by 15%, reducing customer complaints by 30%, improving on-time delivery performance, introducing new product, expanding into new market, or increasing export activities. These objectives provide a clear target for employees and department. However, simply setting objectives is not enough. Leaders must ensure that objectives are communicated, monitored, and supported with the appropriate resources. Without leadership involvement, objectives often remain as a written statement rather than becoming achievable result. Leaders have several important responsibilities within a quality management system. They establish the organizational visions and strategic direction, they develop and approve policy, they define quality objectives, they monitor performance against target, they ensure compliance with the customer and regulatory requirement, they support continual improvement initiative. Leaders also create an environment where employees feel valued, respected, and motivated to contribute their ideas. A successful quality management system depends on leaders actively participating rather than simply delegating responsibilities. One of the most critical roles of the leadership is providing resources. Every objective requires resources for successful implementation. Resources may include competent person, training programs, equipments, machinery, infrastructure, technology, software system, and financial support. For example, if management wants to improve the production efficiency, employee may require training, upgraded equipment, or additional staffing. If management wants to improve customer satisfaction, investment may be needed in customer service system or process improvement. Leaders are responsible for ensuring that adequate resources are available to achieve this planned result. Without resources, even well-designed objectives cannot be achieved. Many people assume that the leadership refer only to the company owners, directors, or chief executive officers. However, ISO 9001 recognizes leadership at all levels. In large organizations, top management may establish strategic direction, but implementation often depends on plant managers, regional managers, department heads, supervisors, and team leaders. For example, a production supervisor influences the daily quality performance. A maintenance manager influences equipment reliability. A quality manager influences complaints and continual improvement. Therefore, leadership is not confined to a specific position. It is a responsibility shared across all levels of organization. Leadership commitment is a key requirement of ISO 9001. The standard expects leaders to demonstrate commitments through their action. This includes taking accountability for the effectiveness of quality management system, ensuring that the quality objectives are established, promoting customer focus, integrating quality requirement into business process, and supporting continual improvement. Commitment is demonstrated not by words alone, but through the visible action and decisions. Every employee quickly recognizes whether leaders genuinely supporting the quality initiatives or simply view them as documentation requirement. Effective leaders led by example. During the certification audit and surveillance audit, auditors evaluate leadership commitment carefully. Auditors typically interview the top management and key leaders to assess their understanding on quality management system. They evaluate whether the leaders understand the organizational objective, customer requirement, risk and opportunities, performance indicators, and improvement initiatives. Auditors also assess whether adequate resources have been provided and whether the leadership actively support quality objectives. If leadership involvement is weak, auditor may question the effectiveness of entire management system. Strong leadership often contributes significantly to the successful certification outcome. Strong leadership display several common characteristics. They communicate clearly, they set a realistic expectation, they support employee development, they encourage teamwork, they recognize achievement, they listen to the concern and suggestions, they make decisions based on facts and data. Most importantly, they create trust. When employees trust their leaders, they are more engaged, motivated, and committed to achieving the organizational objective. Strong leadership creates an environment where the quality becomes everyone's responsibility. Poor leadership can have serious consequences for an organization. Employee may become disengaged, communication may break down, objective may not be achieved, customer complaints may increase, productivity may decline, quality issue may become more frequent, improvement activities may start. Ultimately, the organization may struggle to meet the customer expectation and maintain certification requirement. Many management system fails can be traced back to insufficient leadership involvement and commitment. Organizations with a strong leadership enjoy many benefits. Employees are more engaged and motivated, customer satisfaction improves, objectives are achieved and more consistently, processes become more efficient, decision making become more effective, the culture of the continual improvement becomes stronger, the organization becomes more competitive and sustainable. The effective leadership creates alignment between people, process, and organizational goal, resulting in improved overall performance. Now let us summarize the key learning point from this section. Leadership is the second quality management principle of ISO 9001. Leaders establish purpose, direction, and organizational culture. Leadership exists at all levels of organization. Leaders provide resources needed to achieve objective. The leadership commitment is mandatory requirement of ISO 9001. Auditor assess the leadership involvement during the certification audit. Strong leadership drive the quality, performance, customer satisfaction, and continual improvement. Remember, a quality management system is only as strong as leadership supporting. Thank you for participating in this training section on ISO 9001 Quality Management Principle Leadership. Leadership is not simply a position or title. It is a responsibility to guide people, provide resources, inspire commitment, and create a culture focused on the quality and customer satisfaction. When leaders actively support the quality management system, the organization achieves better performance, stronger customer confidence, and thanks for watching. And I look forward to see you in the next training section on the remaining quality management principles of ISO 9001.